As you can see, there's quite a bit of light coming into this room right now, so that's gonna make editing fun, but I'm gonna try to open this up. I say try. I'm gonna be able to open it up, but I'm not too sure how far into it I will be able to get. I have this one that I opened up in the past, and I got into this not very far either, to be honest. So take these off, open it up, not that one. So I'm gonna take these off, or peel them back to around there, because the screw holes are around here somewhere, I think. And then I'll take out the screws, and yeah, this should pop off, and we'll see what the speakers look like in this, because this is actually quite not bad. It's quite not bad. Now, I need to peel these back, so yeah. Pretty decent speaker. I did review this, and if you haven't seen that video, check it out. Part of it got copyrighted, so I muted about a minute of that video using the options available via YouTube. And yeah, so funnily enough, it was the part in which I test this speaker just to sort of compare these two, which was muted. So it was only this speaker that was muted, not the review of this. So there we have one screw, and there's the other. This one right here hasn't peeled off as cleanly as the other ones, but I should be able to still take that out. And out we go with this one. And then we have the last one, which is there. Hopefully there's no more screws. Also, if I can't get too far into this, this is going to be a very short video. And also, as you can see, the sunlight has disappeared. Although not quite, because otherwise we'd be working in pitch black, and I can't seem to take this off. Ah, there's a screw there. And there's one over there as well. I should have rubbed my fingers on this like this before actually trying to take this off. So now I've got to take this off some more. And there's the other screw hole, as well as the other screw. And that is going to be the same for this side as well. Right, so now it's coming off. All right, so that's off. Put that over there, and let's see how far into this we can get. Right, so first thing I'm going to do is adjust the exposure on the camera. There we are, that's a bit better. Now we can sort of see in the darker areas. There's a couple of screws here, which you probably can't quite see unless I go like that. So I'm going to take out those two screws, and then this should probably sort of come off, I think. Let's have a look and see if it does. All right, so I'm going to go like this. That is not going to work. I need to take this off. Screw number 1. Screw number 2, and I needed to change the bit on the screwdriver. Screw number 3, number 4. Now, just moving this a little bit should give me some room to take these screws out. All right, so now the screws are out. Let's see how easily this comes off. This is, I think, just a cover. So if we can take this off, we can see the speakers. And hopefully I don't break my fingers in the process, because that would be pretty annoying. Ah, clickety click. And the next click, where is the next click gonna be? Let's maybe use the screwdriver. So put that in there, and no clicks. Wow. And click. Oh, wait a minute, I just spotted another screw. And that is over there. Can you see it? You should be able to right about now. And there's also one on the opposite side right here. I knew there'd be more screws on the bigger version. Wow, they've got some sticky stuff over this, and that is covering the screw. This looks like, I'd like to know what this black stuff is. It's like extra sticky black blue tack. That's what it looks like. That's what it feels like. Actually feels kind of like chewing gum. Right, so I think all the screws are now out, hopefully. And let's carry on with taking this off. Something appears to have broken. That is a piece of plastic. Let's just put that to one side and pretend that didn't happen. More clicks. What I'm gonna do is stick this in there, slide this down again, and right. Now, I might have broken something, but we're in. All right, so I'm gonna assume that I've just got to pull this off, because that's what I did with the smaller one, and it worked. So if anything breaks, it's your fault. So there are a couple of little plastic pieces that seem to break every now and then. Like, say for example, I think there's one here. If I pull this really hard, there's basically a piece of plastic with a screw going through it. But I don't see any other way of taking this off, so and that just landed behind me. All right, so this is now off. So we do have more of these speakers. This is basically this. So what I'll do here is just put a couple of these screws back in just to keep this in place. Could probably just leave one screw in there. So these speakers here are the ones that are in this. Now not only do we have these speakers on the front, but we've also got these on the back. So not too sure what I should do now. I could try taking these out, but they might be glued in. Should we try taking them out? Let's try taking them out, seeing as though we're here. On second thoughts, I might just leave it because I quite like the speaker, and these right here, as you can see, are glued in. These, however, seem to be glued in to this square thing, but the square thing itself isn't. So you can see the glue right here on the edges of the speaker, sort of going around it. But this isn't glued in, so I might just try to take that out. All right, so let's see how far we can get with this then. I do have a feeling that this might be glued in, but I'm not too sure. Ah, it's not. Awesome, that means we can get into this. All right, so screwdriver down, and I'm gonna attempt to use my non-existent fingernails. Right, well, they worked. Seems to be coming out, but it's also sort of stuck.
Eventually.
Ah, right, okay, there we are. It's out. And right there, as you can see, we have the back of it. So 4 ohms, 20 watts. Need a bit of extra lighting, and that should do, I think. So what I have here is one of the drivers that I've taken out of the other Bluetooth speaker that I took apart. And as you can see, they're the same ones. So yeah, they handle quite a lot of power. And I've tested these speakers out in the past with a Crown amplifier, and they handle a surprising amount of power. But I'm pretty sure they're the same speaker. The print on this is a little different, but as you can see, 4 ohms, 20 watts. Right, so I'll put the driver back in, just putting the screws in too, and we'll give this a test with some music, and we'll see how the drivers and the passive radiators move. And yeah, basically, if you're after something that's half decent, I would recommend this because I know what these drivers are capable of, and this, personally, I think sounds pretty decent. Actually, what I'll do before testing this out with some tunes is open this up. I wonder if this has one of these speakers and one of these tweeters. So same process, only the screws from this are going to go on this side. And that is that now off. Screws are laid out the same. And this should also come off fairly easily, I think. And yes, out that comes. Right, so on the back, what we have is this small little passive radiator. And on the front, what we have is this. And this is not the same as what is in that. But it does a good job. It does, you know, Let's go on to this one. Right, so what I'm going to do here is connect this to my computer, and if I go like this and tilt this so you can see what's on my screen, you should be able to see FL Studio, and this is the track I'm going to play. I'm just going to mute the guitars. This is on my SoundCloud, so if you want to check it out, it's got guitars in it, it's not just bass. I'm going to connect that into there like this, and then turn it on. Right, so now I'll just turn up the volume, put it onto max, and we'll see how this does. Also, this like weird stuff right there is actually a protective cover on this, which I haven't peeled off yet, as you can see. Right, so this track has guitars in it because by my side is a guitar. Electric guitar, and when I made this track I thought I might as well use it, so I did. But I've muted that and we'll see how this sounds, or looks even. Because we know how it sounds because I tested this already, so let's play. So there we have it. That has been the opening of this fairly capable Poweradd Bluetooth speaker. And I am going to be using this quite a bit. So hope you enjoy this. Check out some more videos. If you want to see those drivers in action, these guys, I've got a couple of videos with these being powered by the Crown amplifier, which is right there. And these are inside this, and they do a pretty decent job, surprisingly enough. So yeah, check out that video or those videos, and I'll see you in the next one.